And welcome back to the Norcross Lady Blue B-Ball tip-off. We appreciate you joining us here on SUVtv as we kick off not only the third game of today's four-game slate, but also the Atlanta Peach Elite Series, 12 of the best high school basketball events in the Atlanta area. It all starts with the Lady Blue Basketball Tip-Off Classic hosted here at the House of Blue here at Norcross High School. We'll have starting lineups here shortly. We'll be back.
Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic, powered by SUVtv, sponsored by CBA Sports, the official sports construction specialist of the SUV. Motive Deals, motivated, digital, fundraising. CoachHimmy.com, the coach's source for X's and O's. And Sports Image, promotion, marketing, and management.
Hillgrove comes away with the tip. They'll start this matchup off. That shot's off the mark. Offensive rebound, though, trying to throw it out of there. They'll get another before the Raiders get a chance to. That jumper's drained by number 23 for Hillgrove. None other than Jalen Reese. Now May's going to bring it the other way. Knocked out of bounds, and the foul is going to go against Jayla Early. So you've got a 3-0 ball game early on. Hillgrove with the lead after that triple by Jalen Reese. At the line for Mays now is number 2. That's Kamaya Street. Street, the junior guard for Shantae Frost, head coach at Mays. On the Hillgrove side of things, they're led by Susan Milam. Marcus Burnett, I'm joined on the mic by Jonathan Skinner, who's done a great job calling the action here thus far at the Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic.
And thank you, Mr. Marcus, and we've had a lot of great action to call here. The first game was highly competitive between Woodstock and Parkview. The second game, not so much, between Fayette County, as we saw Tucker take an early lead and sustain it for the rest of the game.
Had ugly early potential with the way that Tucker came out, and we saw things get pretty tough there for Fayette County, a program that's not used to losing a ton or losing in that fashion, but sometimes it happens.
Very true, very true. You know, you look at the history of Fayette County, and you would have expected a lot better performance, but they were missing their leading scorer from the year before who graduated, so that had a lot to do with it, but they'll look to improve as the season goes along. And we'll look to enjoy a great game here today between Hillgrove and Mays. 3-1 right now with 6:24 left to go here in the first quarter. Swing pass over there. No good on the jumper for number 20, Jayla Early. Mays with it now, bringing it back up the court. Mays looks to get something going. Swing over there to Sierra Lovings. Foul on the floor. Called on number 20, Jayla Early. And Early comes out the game, replaced by number 13, Destiny Webster. Sims gets it over to Jade Bell. Correction, Kamaya Street. No good on the jumper by Mays as Hillgrove pushes it ahead court and can't convert the lay-in. She puts up the lay-in but gets her own rebound. Number 23, Jalynn Reese. Jumper there, no good by Kiera York. But she has it and dishes it out to the perimeter. The three-point bank shot is no good, and Mays is running ahead. Oh, great lay-in there by number 2, Kamaya Street. Victoria Jackson was trying to draw the charge, and Kamaya Street completely went around her for a beautiful lay-in.
It's great body control there by Street. Not only to avoid the charge, but still some contact on the play. She was running full speed, still able to finish that layup.
And here is Street again, getting it out of court. Up ahead to number 22, Aliyah Muhammad. She lays it in, 5-3 Mays.
We saw Tucker and Fayette County, the damage a team can do when they get out, start running early, while you're trying to get loose and shake the cobwebs off. If they're full speed, just pinning their ears back and running, it can be troublesome, but I guess Jalynn Reese has other thoughts.
Definitely has other thoughts as she knocks down that three-pointer.
That's her second one of the game, John, and she's got all 6 points. Let's take a look at that finish, though, by Kamaya Street.
Yeah, excellent finish here. Jackson was trying to get the charge. Great body control, as you mentioned, by Street to go around her and get the lay-in. And we have a timeout here on the floor.
Let's take it with them, Jonathan. When we get back, we'll bring you more from the Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic.
We're back here after the timeout. Mays to inbound the ball. Mays gets it in. We want to remind you that we are brought to you by CBA Sports here at the ATL Peach Elite Series. The first of this series of 12 different events. As we see a three-pointer there by Mays. Number 2, Kamaya Street with the three-pointer. Attempt there by Hillgrove, no good. Out of bounds, goes to Mays. Once again, like I was saying, this was the first event in this series, the Norcross Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic here at Norcross High School in Norcross, Georgia.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that full slate of 12 of the top high school basketball events in the Atlanta area. All great individual events in their own right, run by a solid group of tournament directors. The goal is to celebrate basketball in the footprint that is made in the sport here in the greater Atlanta area, feature some teams that are outside of Atlanta, so really just a good melting pot for basketball overall.
Very much so, as we see Kenya Sims at the line for Mays. Knock down the first free throw to put the lead to 9-6. And get the second for the Raiders. And we see a full court trap by Mays, executed to perfection. They pick up the turnover and draw the foul. And they'll inbound here from the side. Sims to inbound. She gets it over to Kamaya Street. Street to Smith. Smith to Muhammad. Back to Sims. Top of the key. 2 screens set for her. They do a good job of fighting over them, but Mays moves the ball around very well. And get a shot, not go. Rebound, though. Possessed by both Mays and Hillgrove. And the jump ball will go to Hillgrove.
I think we've got the makings for a very good matchup here. We knew that coming in, but, you know, you see the good start early on from Mays, but then you've got some players that have the talent to respond there when you look at the Hillgrove side of things, whether it's a Jalen Reese, a Jayla Early, and some of the other Hillgrove Hawks that'll make their presence felt on this game as it goes on. But I don't see anybody, either team, running away here in this one.
Not in this one. 2 teams that played exceptionally well last year. The Hawks ended with a record of 27-2. As you see a shot go over the basket and out of bounds, it'll go to Hillgrove. The Lady Hawks ended last year with a record of 27-2, while Mays ended last year with a record of 27-3. So we're talking about 2 really good programs here in what should be a very competitive game, and it has been so far. As Mays brings the pressure back again, and Hillgrove breaks it down perfectly. No good on the layup, though. And Mays is back with it, pushing it up the floor. They want to run, but a great play there by Hillgrove. Number 24, Victoria Jackson. She does step out of bounds, though, so possession will stay with Mays. But a great job there of hustling back on defense to prevent the easy score.
When you break that Mays pressure, you're able to get to the 3rd level and have a layup attempt like they were that last play. You got to be able to take advantage.
Certainly, and taking advantage of the open shot. Number 2, Kamaya Street, has been on fire to start this game off. Hillgrove breaks the pressure again. Gets a shot up, but it goes to air ball by number 33, Tyra Smith. And Hillgrove is quick to get back on defense because they know Mays will push it up the floor.
Here we, don't want to be redundant, as we got another 3 from the corner there for Street. She finally misses one, but you've seen the last 2 times where they've been able to get through Mays' pressure. It's been a blown layup and then another shot that missed badly.
And a nice job there down low by Gina Smith for Mays to get the rebound on that missed shot and put it in the basket, and a great job there by Kenya Sims. And she gets the lay in to go after the steal. And Hillgrove pushes it ahead. Shot there, no good by Jenny Giles. Goes out of bounds off a Mays defender. And possession will stay with Hillgrove as Mays brings in a few players. Number 32, Dina Evans.
Everybody misses shots from time to time. Nobody's 100% from the field, but the bad misses on the layup attempts, as you see Street smack that one, it's tough because it's only an outlet pass or a fast break opportunity for Mays when you miss those shots that badly.
And Street has come to play today, capitalizing, forcing turnovers, capitalizing on them by getting to the line. And what a block on that play by Street. As we look at Street here in the instant replay, brought to you by CBA Sports, knocked down the 3 from the corner. She has certainly come to play today.
It's not Greg, it's Jemiah Street making noise here at the Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic.
She gets the first to go. 18-6 for Mays. And Hillgrove needs to stop the bleeding as soon as possible before this gets out of hand.
We gave Hillgrove credit for the pieces that they have on the floor and on this team in terms of not really letting this be a runaway game. But now they've got to bring that fact to fruition because Street and the Raiders have Uncle Mo on their side thus far.
And they force a jump ball and a turnover. Mays gets possession once again. Kamaya Street comes out to get a breather, gets a lot of handshakes from her teammates as she takes a seat.
Any Hillgrove Hawks fans watching the webcast, I'm sure they hope that breather is as long as possible with the way the Street is played.
And here we go, some good defense there by Hillgrove. Number 24, Victoria Jackson. Some good man-to-man defense there, forcing the turnover with some very active hands on the defensive end. And Hillgrove gets the possession right back.
They need plays like that. And then able to finish on the inside.
An excellent job there, finishing on the inside by Kiara York. And they get another turnover. And a heady play by number 3, Aisha David.
That's what it takes to be able to shake things up. You looked at that play that got them the possession. The question was, can they feed off of that? They have the past couple opportunities they've had.
Definitely. As they miss on the three-pointer, though, Mays gets the rebound and looks to push ahead. They've got numbers. But lose the ball, get it back. Now turn it over. And Jackson has it, throws it. Missed layup by Kiara York. And a nice jumper there by Mia Cohen to end the quarter with the score of Mays 19, Hillgrove 10. As we bring you this presentation by SUVtv in an instant replay of that great shot there by Jalen Reese.
They'll need more of that from Reese to stay in this one. We'll be back after this short break.
And we get ready to start off this second quarter. Mays with the ball. Kamaya Street was a highlight performer from that first quarter. She got over to her teammate, Kenya Sims, who got blocked. Hillgrove with it now. But a nice run towards the end of that first quarter to stay in this game. They were down by 15, it looked like. We're able to come back a little bit, cut the lead to 9, as we have a foul on Mays. That will be taken out of bounds for Hillgrove. Jalen Reese to inbound. Puts it over to Aisha David. And a nice three-pointer there by Jalen Reese. Marcus, we talked about her stepping up here in this second quarter and for the rest of the game, and she starts off this second quarter doing just that.
She was Exhibit A for why we said this game really wouldn't get too ugly, being able to respond to the pressure being put on by Mays to score points.
And Mays looking to score here. Kenya Sims with it, calling for a screen. She drives off it. No good, and we have a rebound by Kiara York. For York with a bad pass, which is stolen by Kamaya Street. And Street with the easy lay-in.
Got to take care of the ball regardless of who you're playing, but definitely when you're playing Mays and Street. They don't need any help being able to score the ball, so turning it over, that's assistance that is not going to help the plight of the Hawks.
And we have a foul here on Mays. Mays turning up that pressure. Almost got another steal there, but they get called for the foul.
I think a big part of it is you're not going to be able to get all 8 points or, you know, the 10, 12 points that they've trailed by all back at once, but you want to be able to stay within striking distance. Because even if they were up by 6, 7, or 8 now, Mays is going to really make you play a full 4 quarters. So you want to be able to pace yourself, you know, not sandbag by any means, but pace yourself because they're going to make you play all 4, and you're going to need some of that energy in the tank towards the end. But you got to keep it close. If you're facing an instance to where you're fighting a double-digit deficit and trying to keep it from getting to 20, you're not going to have enough energy to get over the hump towards the end of the game. So keep it within a manageable 6 to 8 points. Close it if you possibly can, But don't let that thing get too out of hand for the Raiders if you're Hillgrove.
And Hillgrove is trying to turn up the same pressure that Mays has been doing all game, forcing a turnover there and drawing a foul as Kiara York goes to the free throw line and misses the first. Down by only 8 here, and like you said, you can't get it all back at once. You got to pace yourself, take your time, play your game.
Got to hit free throws.
Yeah, got to hit the free throws too. She misses the second one, but they trap in the corner. And now Mays has some numbers going back. Kamaishi with a quick move, quick first step, but misses the lay-in. And Hillgrove has it, and they're going to call a traveling violation on Aisha David.
One of the things I like about Street, she doesn't do a bunch of extra stuff. Very effective with simple moves, was aggressive on the catch. We saw how quick that first step was there on that play, even though she wasn't able to score. But most of her scoring here in this game has just been taking what the defense has given her, but also just making basic plays using that quickness.
Very true, as we see her pick up a steal here. And you really got to like her movement around the floor. Even on that jumper that she missed there, she did an excellent job getting around the screen. As we see a beautiful lay-in there by Kenya Sims. The defense sort of fell asleep on it, and Sims took advantage, driving it straight to the lane for the lay-in.
That they did. Let's take a look at it there via the CBA Sports instant replay, as even she kind of hesitates for a second, like, wait, is it that wide open? Okay. The jump hop, easy lay-in. That's way too easy there for the Raiders. Definitely want to take some time to thank a few of our sponsors here in the webcast. CBA Sports, the official sports construction specialist of the SUV. Motive Deals, motivated digital fundraising. They're the digital version of those classic fundraising cards you've seen in the past. They allow you to really use the mobile phone to be able to raise revenue for your school or your program. And CoachHemi.com, where coaches go for their X's and O's.
And speaking of X's and O's, you have to really like the way Mays has drawn up their defense, though it gets penetrated here. And ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay at this end of the court. But you really have to like the way that Mays has set up their full court pressing.
Yeah.
And the way they played on offense with a lot of good movement and scoring off the turnovers that Hillgrove has given them.
Yep, early on defense translating into offense very well. Good ball movement there. You wonder if that was, I'm not sure exactly how well number 3, Asa David, can shoot the 3 ball, but she passed up a wide open 3-pointer, maybe over-penetrated a little bit there and has it blocked.
And Hillgrove picks up a foul. So number 23, Gina Smith, will get an opportunity to hit some free throws here and extend the lead. 5:31 left here in the second quarter. Mays with the lead, 23-13 over Hillgrove.
It's always easy to say the woulda, coulda, shouldas in terms of what you would do if you were out there on the floor, playing the armchair guard or the armchair player. So you don't want to second guess because it's the players that are out there actually on the floor making the decisions. But I can do the math. You got a wide open 3-pointer. You got a Mays defense that scrambles, is always in your face. So if your ball movement gets you an open shot, you want to be able to take it there if you're David.
And another turnover caused by that Mays defense. And like you said, when Hillgrove does get the ball over half court, they have to take advantage of their opportunities and their open shots. But right now they need to focus on not turning the ball over as Mays tries to get it down low.
You got players like Reese Early and company that can get you some buckets. But if you turn it over, it just is what it is. You got to do the small things that allow you to stay in striking distance until you can get to that point. Hitting the free throws. They did do a better job over, I'd say, the past 5 or 6 minute stretch of being able to knock down a few layups once they broke the pressure. Got to combine that with the free throws. Do the little things that aren't going to be pretty aren't going to be that fascinating for those of us watching the game, but they're going to be effective enough for you to stay right there in their rearview mirror versus getting smaller and smaller as they coast off.
And a foul there by Jackson, which will send Kenya Sims to the line for Mays. 8 fouls on Hillgrove here in this first half.
I got Sims and Street feed off of each other. While Street has been that go-getter so far here in this game, Sims has kind of, slowed things down at times and let Street work off the ball, which should be a pretty good 1-2 punch for Coach Frost.
Definitely. They've dominated this game so far at the guard positions, and Hillgrove had a great opportunity there. Tyra Smith was right under the basket. Actually, correction, Jenny Jobs was right under the basket, wide open for a shot, and they couldn't get the ball down to her as they try to go down low to her this time, and she draws a foul on Aliyah Muhammad. Hillgrove needs some better passing. They need some better possessions as we get down here the stretch run of this first half. Down by 12. Drive there, no good. Mays has it, outlet pass. Kamaya Street, and you know she's going to finish it. 27-13. Mays ahead.
Not the person you want to get caught in a foot race with.
So quick with those feet, so great with that movement. As we see a missed shot there by Reese. Hillgrove got the rebound, couldn't finish the putback lay-in. Reese again, she can't find her range. Another putback lay-in, no good for Hillgrove. And the rim is closing up on him right now. And Street again down the floor. Good job getting back there by Hillgrove.
Tough one there as they stepped on Sims' foot.
Yeah, she goes to the ground. And a nice block there by Gina Smith for Mays.
I'm sure Coach Frost is going to have a couple words to say about that one.
Dina Evans in for Smith. And a nice lay in there by Hillgrove. Cut the lead back down to 12.
Yeah, not their job to worry about that no call. On the other end, Coach Millam, if you can go in at halftime down single digits so far here in this first.
And a 3 from the corner. Street again finding the open spaces in the defense. And Hillgrove with another opportunity to score. Jackson was wide open and the pass was just too long. As they fight on the floor for the ball, Mays gets it. Loose ball again after the missed shot. Nice move. I mean, she has to have some of the quickest feet that we have seen today, Miss Kamaya Street.
And that's what I like about, you see there on that play, I'm not making, I'm not and one hype man in here, but you see she has some wiggle to her game, has a good handle. You don't see a ton of that because she doesn't use it unnecessarily.
And there she goes again, finishing through the contact on the drive with the lay-in and the and one opportunity now at the line.
Let's take a look at the CBA Sports Instant Replay, just weaving through, takes that arm bar across the face. They say Coach Shantae Frost takes their phones pre-game to make them focus. She doesn't need one. Appears that the focus is there for Street, and she has come out on a mission.
On a mission indeed, as he tries to knock down this free throw to extend their lead to 33-15. She misses, so it's 32-15. Hillgrove with the rebound, headed back the other way. Reese with it at the top of the key. She gets it down low. It was sort of a 2-on-1 down low for Hillgrove. Tyra Smith decides to just go ahead and put it in. Nice lay in there.
Back-to-back buckets for Smith.
And they need to get some stops here on the defensive end. And they do get a turnover. Destiny Weir with the lay-in. Destiny Webster gets it to go, draws the foul. 32-19.
Like this most recent stretch for Hillgrove. One thing we'll say, they've had some turnovers. They've gotten sped up at different times, but there really hasn't been a bunch of panic or trying to get it all back and making the game worse. as a result, as we see that and one via the CBA Sports Instant Replay. And I think now you see them kind of settling in, realizing that it's not like they're turning the ball over at half court or not even making it across the timeline each time. There have been good opportunities that they've created that they just haven't knocked down. So I like the fact that they're keeping their composure. They're not getting flustered. They realize it's a 4-quarter game because there they are knocking on the door of making this a single-digit deficit as we approach under the 2-minute mark.
Under the 2-minute mark, 32-20. Mays ahead. From out of bounds on the side. Street calling for it, gets it. Calling up for a screen. Calls for the screen, blows past the defender, but passes it over, and a nice block there by Mia Cohen. Knocks it out of bounds. And the ball will stay here with Mays. Kamaya Street to inbound. That is not a post-up opportunity for Kamaya Street. She's going to get the ball back over here in the corner. Passes it down low. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession will go to Hillgrove. This is exactly what Hillgrove needs. They have an opportunity here to cut the lead to 9, possibly 10, with 1:23 left. They just need a good possession here. Reese with it, swings it over. And a great job there by Tyra Smith to draw the foul.
She's been great for them over these past couple minutes. You like to see your post players, your bigs be able to do a couple things. Rebound the ball, play defense, obviously, but when your guards create opportunities for you to clean up, finish on the inside, you want them to do that. Back-to-back buckets. Now she has a chance to get 6 points over the past couple minutes if she can knock down both at the free throw line.
And she knocks it down the first as Kiera York comes in for Hillgrove. She replaces number 22, Jenny Giles. And Smith prepares for the second free throw here. Knocks it down. And lead is down to 10, 32-22. 1:14 left. Mays makes some quick substitutions. As you can hear the noise pick up a little bit here in the arena as we get close towards the end of this first half. Street with the drive and the foul, which will go against number 13, Destiny Webster. And Street will go to the line again, hoping to add to her point total, which has continued to increase throughout this first half.
Definitely been a stock you can buy.
Certainly keeps rising and rising.
Yeah.
She knocks down the first. And the second. Hillgrove with it now. Looking to inbound, and Mays shows the full court press. And they break it. Jackson with the jumper. Cuts the lead back down to 10, 34-24. Street with it now. Back over to Sims. Sims gonna bring it out, guarded by Jackson. Little shimmy, Jackson staying on her. Screen on Jackson, Sims gets it over to Street. Street back to Sims, they're working this right side. Looking for anything open. Sims swings it over. And a nice strip there by Hillgrove. She's going to pass it ahead to Jackson. Can Jackson finish? No. Rebound. No good on that second attempt by Hillgrove. Mays is going to push it. 6 seconds left. Street doesn't get the foul. Looks for a call. No good on the call. Pass out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first half. With the score, Mays 34. Hillgrove 24. We'll be right back here live on the SUVtv.com.
Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic, powered by SUVtv, sponsored by CBA Sports, the official sports construction specialist of the SUV. Motive Deals, motivated, digital, fundraising. CoachHimmy.com, the coach's source for X's and O's. And Sports Image, promotion, marketing, and management.
The feeling of the perfect shot feels effortless to me. Right when I release that shot, it just feels serene and quiet. It's only me and the rim and the basketball. With my height, to have an impact and to be the player that I wanted to be, I needed to change my shot, and that was going to be something that would be beneficial for the long term. The process started just breaking my shot down from the initial release to the follow-through. And there were days that I couldn't even get the ball to the rim. There were days that I couldn't to not be able to shoot the way that I wanted to. The hardest part of that process was definitely the patience. But if I just stuck to getting better every day, eventually I would be able to shoot where I wanted to, anywhere on the floor. I went through some tough days, but found a way to just persevere and see it through. It starts with a great base and great foundation. It allows everything to feel perfect. I can do all things.
Jayla, can you tell me how you were feeling out there on the court? You seem very confident.
I felt very confident, really, that's our first game, so all emotion. So really, I just had to calm myself down, play a good game, stay in rhythm, and, just put my team and everything in.
And Jayla, you told me you were a transfer. How are you feeling knowing this is your first game with Tucker High School?
I felt like I had a lot of responsibility, mainly because you're the point guard. Off back, you're going to have a lot of responsibility. But mainly just to have fun. And I'm a senior, so it's my last year, so I got to do what I got to do.
Jayla, you seem to have a very high basketball IQ. Your vision out there on the court with your assists was just amazing. Watching you crisscross people on the court was crazy. How have you excelled in your game?
Mainly just working out. I work out probably about like 4 times a week, including basketball practice. So, trying to be a student athlete first, that's what has made me excel.
And this is your first year on Tucker, but your last year in high school. What are you expecting out of your last season?
Mainly, like I said, to have fun and put all my 3 years into my senior year. Just stack it up.
Well, good luck the rest of your season. You're welcome. This is Tamara Brown with SUVtv.
And welcome back as we start off the second half here. Jonathan Skinner and Marcus Burnett broadcasting live here at the ATL Peach Elite Series. First event of the year. The Norcross Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic here at Norcross High School in Norcross, Georgia. We've had some great basketball action here today, 2 earlier games. This is the third. Mays High School taking on Hillgrove as we see a nice drive there. Missed layup there by Hillgrove, though. Victoria Jackson with the missed layup. Rebound by Mays as they come back up the floor. With the ball right now, number 2, Kamaya Street. She had a great first half. Driving, kicking, hitting shots from the outside, from the corner, from 3. Playing great defense, had 2 steals. As we see a turnover and steal there by Jackson for Hillgrove. Reese almost gets knocked over by her own teammate, but finds Smith. Down low, number 33, Tyra Smith with the lay-in, cutting the lead to 8, 34-26, with 6:59 left here in the third quarter. Kamaya Street passes it over to Kenya Sims. Sims for 3, no good, off the back iron. Hillgrove with it now with a chance to push. Jackson swings it over to Reese, and Reese is going to take that shot. 3-pointer good. 34-29. Mays still in the lead, but Hillgrove is fighting back hard. Jalen Reese was one of the highlight performers we were looking forward to coming into this game, and she's coming out this second half on fire, hitting her first 3-pointer. As Hillgrove looks to trap and almost gets the turnover. And they do now. Jayla Early is going to get an easy lay-in to cut the lead to 4. And we said at the end of that first half that they might want to cut the lead down. No reason to try to get it back all at once. They were down by 12 and have now cut the lead down to 3 after that shot by Early. And Early gets that rebound here, and she's pushing back up the floor again. Nice pass down low, but a great block by Kenya Sims. And that foul is going to go against Hillgrove. Most likely against number 24, Victoria Jackson.
Both teams trying to use that defense to translate to offense. Way too much air under that pass. Love how Early really jumped the lane early on that one. Great recognition. It's nothing but an easy layup drill after that steal.
Certainly, as Hillgrove has fought back into this game, 34-31. Street gets it over to her teammate Sims. Gets it back and knocks down the 3. Another 3-pointer for number 2, Kamaya Street.
Hey, man, that's good defense, better offense. I mean, it's not like she took an easy shot. That was a good 2-3 feet behind the line as we look back at the CBA Sports Instant Replay.
You can see it was a deep 3. The defender got out there to her, but a little bit too late, and she knocks it down.
Let's take a look at some of the other stops for the ATL Peach Elite Series. Next week, we'll have November 20th and the 21st Verizon Hoops for a Cure put on there by Halftime Sports. That'll be at St. Francis School as well as Milton. That's a boys and girls event. Then you've got the November 21st, 23rd, and 24th, the Jared Cook Classic, benefiting the Coleman Race for the Cure, an event created to honor Yolinda Cook, Jared Cook's mother, a survivor of breast cancer. On November 27th through the 28th, Holiday Hoops Giving. Tournament director Christopher Williams, his second-year event. Hard to believe it's only been 2 years with as strong of a field and as professional of an event as that one is. We'll run through the rest of the list. As for right now, it's time to get back to the action.
And the ball is knocked out of bounds there by Kenya Sims. It looks like a lot of great basketball to be played here in the next upcoming weeks. All this is only in the month of November that we named here for the ATL Peach Elite Series. As Hillgrove pushes it up the court. Early with it now. And a bad pass for Early there. She did a little bit too much anticipating. And Kiara York wasn't there for the pass. Sims with it, guarded by Jackson. Sim drive, kicks to Street. Street couldn't get a great handle on the ball and almost gets a great shot there, but gets fouled, so she'll go to the line for 2. She wanted to take that three-pointer to start off with, and everybody on the Mays side would be looking for it, but she knocks down this first one. She couldn't get a great hand on the ball, has to drive, shoot the ball, get hit on the hand, so she'll go to the line, hits the first, 38-31 with 5 minutes left.
Haven't seen much of the mid-range game for her in this one. Not to say she doesn't have one. For her, it's just been so easy to get to the rack. A lot of it has been in fast-breaking transition, and we've seen her knock down a few threes as well. So, with the way she almost hit that mid-range jumper, even though being fouled and kind of twisted around, would like to see that facet of her game as well here in this one.
Definitely. And here's Reese with it as Hillgrove looks to answer back. Can't get the lay-in to go. Get the rebound for Smith. She can't get it to go. And now 2 Hillgrove defenders have trapped and forced a turnover.
Good officiating there. What I like about that is that they didn't call a premature jump ball. A lot of times you see them call that before it needs to be called. Let the possession be decided by the players, if at all possible, first and foremost, and then go from there with the jump ball if need be.
And that pressure causes a turnover and score here for Hillgrove. Number 33, Tyra Smith with the jumper, good, 33-39.
Smith has been solid here in this game. I mean, she was able to get some finishes inside the paint at a time in the game where they were struggling to do that was Hillgrove. And there we see her step out, knock down the jumper, and of course she was following her shot just in case.
And we see another foul here on Hillgrove, forced by number 2, Kamaya Street. So active on the offensive end of the floor. Always looking for a shot or trying to set up a shot for someone else. And we have a 3 here, no good, by Gina Smith, and it goes back the other way with Reese having it. Nice Euro step, laying good. Reese cuts the lead back down to 4, 39-35. 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Deep 3 by Street. She can't answer. But a rebound there by Mays. Street calls for it. Drives, laying, blocked.
What a play by
Smith with a block, and it goes back the other way. Reese can't finish. But Victoria Jackson draws the foul. What a block there by Tyra Smith.
Not just a block, but then able to save it.
To save it as well. Amazing play by Smith as we see the drive here by Street. She had an open lane for a second, but Smith shut it down and saves it between her legs. What a play.
Serious play right there. Not only to block it, you have to perfectly time that jump and be athletic enough to not only catch it before it drops or before one of your feet, one of your feet hit out of bounds, but then able to throw it between the legs, save it, and create an opportunity to score on the other end via free throws.
And Jackson now trying to convert at least one of her 2. She missed on the first, and she knocks down the second. And this is the closest they've been since about the midway mark in the first quarter, cutting the lead back down to 3, 39-36.
So you talked about Hillgrove struggling early, staying within striking distance, knowing that they could make a run, just not letting it get out of hand. You want to see how Mays responds. We've seen how Hillgrove responds to Uncle Mo being on the other side for most of that first half. How will Mays respond now that things are a little bit tighter? Hillgrove has more pep in their step as they force another turnover.
And the momentum is definitely on the side of Hillgrove. That turnover once again forced. And now they look to score with Reese with it at the top of the key, bringing it up the court. 2 screens set for her. She picks the one on the right, passes it down low to Destiny Webster, who scores and cuts the lead to 1. And now the support of the Hillgrove fans is picking up. Mays looks to answer. Sim driving, kicking to the street. That's the person that could answer. In and out on the 3, and Hillgrove is going to run back up the court. Great pass and finish
by number 13, Destiny Webster, to take the lead back 40-39. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And now we see why they had such good composure there in that first half, even though things wouldn't fall. Weren't able to really produce after breaking that press. They really stayed the course. And just like Aaron Rodgers told the Green Bay fan base when last NFL season started off a little shaky, relax. we got it.
Relax, and that's what Hillgrove has done. They relaxed mentally, but turned up the pressure defensively and offensively. But there, a nice shot by Mays to take the lead back. Reese finds the open lady. Isa David cannot convert, but they get the rebound. Number 22, Jenny Giles, gets fouled. So she'll go to the line for 2.
You still got to have those. You know, you're not trailing by 12 or 14 points anymore or trying to just cut it to single digits. But in order to see if you can create a little bit of a buffer, because, you know, Mays isn't out of their, the runs that they'll make in this game, got to be able to have those freebie layups.
And she converts on that first free throw. As we see Kiara York come in and Tyra Smith take a much-needed rest, as she has been exceptional this second half, defensively and offensively.
Yeah, she's been big, man.
Giles misses the second, and it goes out of bounds off the hands of Kiara York. Possession goes to Mays as we're all tied up here, 41-41. A minute 45 left. Sims with it now. Being guarded closely by David. Great defense on that possession. And now David is wide open down the floor. But her teammate decides to drive it and picks up the foul. Webster deciding not to pass it to David, but she still does draw the foul to go to the line for 2 shots.
And good for her, she did. Because you know you want to make sure you at least get points out of those opportunities.
She misses on the first, though. We're going to try to get a second one to take the lead. And the second is good, as Hillgrove slightly moves it ahead, 42-41. Here in the third quarter, a minute 28 left. As Sims brings the ball up for Mays. Passes it up, they get it up quickly. And a traveling violation called on that one against number. One too many steps there on her drive. Mays puts the pressure back on, but Hillgrove does an excellent job breaking it down. And they're looking down low, but they won't get it to York. York has some nice position. She goes for position again, but Reese is going to take that 3 and make it. She got 1, 2, all 3 of those to extend the lead to 45-41. A minute left.
She had their first 6 points, 2 threes early on in the game.
Mays looking for some offense. And a great defensive play there by Kiara York. And a nice drive there by Destiny Webster. Takes it all the way for the lay-in. 47-41. You talk about a complete momentum shift in this game. We've seen that over the past several minutes in this third quarter.
Yes, we have. Nice pass there, though.
Nice pass there. Nice lay-in by number 23, Gina Smith. 21 seconds left. 47-43. Hillgrove here in this third quarter as Mays picks up the pressure. Hillgrove breaks it finally. Reese with it. Oh, and she gets called for the carry. It's called for the carry. When you hop a little bit and try to make that move sometimes, you can get caught carrying that ball with that right hand, and that's what happens here to her.
I wasn't looking closely enough, but You know, I mean, a lot of carry calls could be made. I just don't expect to see a ton of those.
Very true. As Kenya Sims drives to the lane and picks up the foul, draws the foul against Hillgrove. She'll go to the line for 2 shots with 5.9 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Let's take a look at Reese. Started the game, knocking down a 3. Now as we approach the fourth quarter, they need it.
Sims doesn't convert on the first, so she'll have one more shot here. Misses the second as well. Hillgrove with it, trying to push it up. They have time to score. They didn't need that long shot, but Reese misses it. And that will be the end of the third quarter with the score. Hillgrove 47, Mays 43. Being brought to you live here by the SUVtv.
Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic, powered by SUVtv, sponsored by CBA Sports, the official sports construction specialist of the SUV. Motive Deals, motivated, digital, fundraising. CoachHimmy.com, the coach's source for X's and O's. And Sports Image, promotion, marketing, and management.
Welcome back here on SUVtv. And welcome back here on the SUVtv. As we start the fourth quarter, Mays down 43-47 after they led much of the game. Hillgrove stormed right back in the third quarter to take this 4-point lead. As we see Sims driving, being double teamed, but she gets out of it and passes it down low and then back out to Street. No good off the front iron. They still get the rebound. Mays gets the rebound. And it goes out of bounds. Possession goes to Hillgrove. Mays down 4, as I said, led most of this game if you're just joining us, until about the halfway mark through the third quarter, and Hillgrove went on a huge run to take this 4-point lead here. A lot of it led by number 13, Destiny Webster, as well as number 23, Jalen Reese, as we saw Webster there on the drive when the ball get knocked out of bounds. This is the third game of the day here at the ATL Peach Elite Series Norcross Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic here at Norcross High School in Norcross, Georgia. And actually, Destiny drew a foul on that play, so she'll go to the line for 2 shots. Converts on the first. Webster played really well in that third quarter, forcing turnovers, getting down at the other end of the floor, and converting those turnovers. As that free throw goes in and out. The rebound was by Gina Smith, as Kamaya Street has it now at the top of the key. Street with it. She gets a screen. And they call the foul, it looks like. It looks like it's going to be on number 24, Victoria Jackson. So Street will go to the line for 2 shots. She was shooting on the play, it looked like, so she'll go to the line for 2. Trying to cut the lead down a little bit more to 3, if possible. Converts on the first. And this has been a highly competitive game. Even while Mays was in the lead, Hillgrove never really lost their composure at any time. Stayed with it. And now lead by 4. Street missed that free throw. Mays rebounds. Rebounded it twice, but still couldn't get the putback, and Early has it now. Now Street's going up. And she carried it. It got caught in her hip pocket. Ref saw it. Possession goes to Hillgrove. And Shantae Frost was asking the referee about it a little bit. As we see Mays with a good attempt there to try to get the ball. But he goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Hillgrove. Coach Frost was asking the referee, well, how is that a carry? And the ref explained it to her. As you can see easily on the television, she got caught in her hip pocket. As you see a drive here. No good on the lay-in attempt by Webster. Possession goes to Mays as it goes out of bounds. And Street gets it up to Sims, who gets it up to Hill. Hill throws it down to Loving. Sierra Lovings gets knocked out of her hands. It goes out of bounds. And they'll take it out now. She'll go to the line for 2 shots as the rest of the Mays players come over to Coach Frost for some instructions as what to do down here on the stretch run with 6:22 left. Smith knocks down the first. Misses on the second. 48-45. Hillgrove in the lead as Mays picks up the pressure. Ball is knocked out of bounds. They say it's off of Kenya Sims. And we'll have a 30-second timeout here by Hillgrove as they look to figure out what they're going to do down the stretch to try to keep this lead. 48-45, Hillgrove ahead. And we're back here with Hillgrove having it. Reese at the top of the key. Driving down low, off the glass. Nice lay-in. Block shot there by Reese as he gets it back. And they're going to call a foul on Mays. Hillgrove will get the ball out of bounds. Hillgrove has 6 fouls. Mays has 5, so Mays is still 2 away from the penalty. Into Reese. Fakes the pass ahead and gets beyond half court. Some good defense being played by Mays on her. David in the corner. David was trapped in the corner, tried to get it over to Destiny Webster, but it goes out of bounds off of Webster. Mays will get possession. Sims with it now. Sims finds what she believed to be a hole, but it got closed down real quickly. But Street is there for the three. No good. And the extra. And another foul called on Hillgrove, this time on number 33, Tyra Smith. So now 23 for Mays. Gina Smith will go to the line, this time for 2 shots. Because of the fact that Hillgrove is in the penalty, Mays will have free throws all the way down the stretch. They're in the 1-on-1 scenario right now. And SUVtv.
The feeling of the perfect shot, serene and quiet. It's only me and the rim and the basketball. With my height, to have an impact and to be the player that I wanted to be, I needed to change my shot, and that was going to be something that would be beneficial for the long term. The process started just breaking my shot down from the initial release to the follow-through. And there were days that I couldn't even get the ball to the rim. There were days that I couldn't go outside of the paint area. It was very frustrating to not be able to shoot the way that I wanted to. The hardest part of that process was definitely the patience. But if I just stuck to getting better every day, eventually I would be able to shoot where I wanted to, anywhere on the floor. I went through some tough days, but found a way to just persevere and see it through. It starts with a great base and great foundation and allows everything to feel perfect. I can do all things.
And welcome back to the action. Hillgrove just scored. Number 33, Tyra Smith, to extend the lead to 52-49. 4:30 left here. And a traveling violation was called against Kamaya Street. She's gone a little cold here down the stretch. As it gets into crunch time, Hillgrove applying the pressure to her, as well as the rest of this Mays team. But they stay in it, only down by 3, as Hillgrove does a great job breaking down on the press. Early gets it over to Reese, and Reese will take a deep 3 in and out. And Hillgrove gets the rebound. Reese picks it up. And that's going to be a 2-foot on the line, but no good. Mays with it. It got hit by Hillgrove as they block down her pass, so Mays will retain possession. As they inbound it to Kenya Sims. And Street is open in the corner. Can't get it to go, but a nice rebound there by Mays. Number 11, Sierra Lovings with the rebound. She went up for what looked sort of like a shot, and she sort of got fouled, but looked like she was fouled, but no call on the play. And Street with a great steal. And she'll bring it back up, down by 3. Looking for her offense. Sims coming up to help out. She sets up the play. Gets it back over to Street. And a great job there on defense by Jayla Early. Wallace was trying to drive there, but Early shut it down. And now Hillgrove with possession after the jump ball. Into Victoria Jackson. Mays plays full court man-to-man and caused the pressure. Three-pointer. No good by Webster. Rebound by Jackson. And she gets fouled on her attempted putback. Foul goes against Marquisha Lockhart. And Jackson will go to the line for 2 shots. Makes the first. 53-49. With 3:17 left to play in the game. Short on the second, so it's still a 1-possession game. And another steal by Tyra Smith. Playing big and strong down the low in the paint, getting the steal after the rebound by Mays. She gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. Knocks down the first. In for Hillgrove, number 22, Jenny Giles. Pure, nothing but net. And the lead is now 6 for Hillgrove with 3 minutes left. Street with it, driving. No room. So she asks for a screen. And Mays is going to call a full timeout. Full timeout here for Mays. 55-49, Hillgrove in the lead. As we look to come down the stretch here with 2:54 left to go. Live on the SUVtv. And a quick inbounds there by Mays, and they get the steal. And a blocking foul goes against Victoria Jackson. What a turn of events. Mays gets a quick inbounds. Nobody sees it. They get the lay-in, get the steal, and now Kamaya Street will go to the line for 2.
That's a funny play right there, because you look at it, the officials had already given Hillgrove that, okay, now let's go. And Hillgrove kind of took it lightly. And I think we all took it lightly as well. We didn't know play was about to resume. You know, the officials never, inbounded quickly like that, just on a whim. They've given a few warnings. The warnings weren't taken heed to. So that's 2 quick buckets before you can even get out of the huddle good.
And that changes the complexion of this game down the stretch. As now Mays is only down by 2, and they get another turnover. And they're going to call a foul.
That's a tough call right there, man. We got to look at that one. It looked like she had already slid. Let's take a look at that foul call.
I thought they may call a travel because it looked like she was already on the ground and had slid down there with the ball.
She had gotten fouled. I think the whistle just came a little late on that. Okay. She had already went through the contact. She had it and then was falling, and then they made the call. But there was a foul on the play. I just think it was some contact that Hillgrove thought they had gotten away with. And as late as it was.
And they called the foul on number 22, Jenny Giles. So now Mays will go to the line with the opportunity to tie it. And all this has taken place within the past 15 seconds or so.
Man, 2:35 on the game clock.
Misses it. And it goes off of number 11, Sierra Lovings. Possession will go to Hillgrove.
As you see the man with the plan, Sam Crenshaw, down there tweeting, taking notes, and social mediaing away. Great to have him as part of the Atlanta Peach Elite Series, the official spokesperson for the series. He's been involved heavily with high school sports for years on top of years, even back in the Maya Moore days with Coach Angie Henry, back when she was at Collins Hill prior to coming over here to Norcross.
And the second free throw goes. So now the lead is down to 1. 2:30 left here. And we have a timeout by Hillgrove.
Hillgrove timeout, we'll take it with them. I guarantee they come out of it quicker than they did the last one. We'll be back here at the Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic.
And welcome back here out of the timeout break. Here by 1, 55-54. And they actually speed it up and get the score. Number 33, Tyra Smith, again down low in the paint with the lay-in.
I like that. I mean, one, it was just a one-point advantage, but, you know, don't play not to lose. Don't baby the ball. If you got an opportunity to score, go ahead and take it. How fitting that we're seeing clutch buckets being gotten here over the last few minutes as we're under the 3-minute mark, 2:10 to be exact, there by Tyra Smith, who's really just been as effective as it comes for them all game.
She certainly has, and Mays is going to look for someone to score. Missed three-pointer there by Lockhart. Rebound by Hillgrove. Outlet pass gets knocked out of bounds, but it will stay at this end of the floor. If Jackson didn't have to turn around for that, she could have got an easy lay-in. But they'll keep possession because it knocks off a Mays defender. That's a very good point you made. You know, you never want to get too conservative to the point where your offense sort of stagnates.
Yep. You've seen teams do it. They take the air out of the ball and, you know, try to manage until they can just run all the time off the clock. And sometimes if a team turns it up or takes the lead against you, it's hard to turn that scoring engine back on because you've already been in stall mode. You see Coach Shantae Frost. They're talking to her Mays Lady Raiders. Coach Frost, no stranger to big games, no stranger to championships either. They were runner-up in the state championship to Stevenson last year. That was going to be a shot for another one, but over there at Columbia, the DeKalb County School was very successful there for the Eagles with multiple state championships. So a Cobb County representative in this one, as well as an Atlanta Public Schools representative. Pretty good mixture of basketball from different areas around the city. Obviously here in Gwinnett, Fayette County School involved as well. Yeah, you kind of hear that Hillgrove crowd saying, hold on, man, we didn't get the benefit of the doubt a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, you can see that there. They wanted the ball while Mays was still in the timeout break, but the buzzer hadn't gone off yet to end the timeout break, so Mays still had some time. As we see a missed shot there by Reese. 57-54, a minute 43 left. We're under the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. And a foul at that end of the floor, so Mays will come all the way down and shoot free throws.
Who's going to hit free throws?
That's the key. That's the key.
Is Mays going to hit him and tie this thing up? Is Hillgrove going to use him to close the game out?
who has those ice veins. Miss Kenya Sims definitely does as she knocks down the first. A lot of times at this juncture, hands can get a little bit sweaty.
Yeah.
Palms can get a little bit sweaty. The ball doesn't come out just right. But Sims knocks down both. Affirms her clutch factor. As they get another turnover, it looks like.
That's how you go
Scroll on
after
the
a
floor, and
50-50
Mays gets
ball.
it. Jump ball. And possession will stay with Mays. Mays can take the lead here, down by 1. And Sims inbounds it close to that
Way too
half-court
close
line.
for comfort.
Very close as Sims looks for a screen, picks her side to the right, drives, jumps, can't get it to go. And Hillgrove got the rebound but traveled. So the possession will stay at this end of the court with Mays.
Tough break right there. No, they're about to inbound it. We'll take a look at that when we get a second.
Oh, and Mays can't finish the lay-in. Gina Smith couldn't get it, but they put it in this time. 58-57. A minute 8 left. And Mays gets it right back. Sims with it. Down low. Street. Lays it in good. 60-57. Hillgrove might want a timeout. They won't take it. Smith has it. Reese with it. She's going to stop it.
It's a good one to tie it up.
And Mays has the rebound. And Hillgrove is going to be forced to foul.
Not sure if I would have fouled there.
I'm not sure either.
They had already wasted about 4 or 5 seconds there in that backcourt.
You would have liked to see them try to force Mays to get it over half court.
Yes.
But they do the early foul. And now Mays will go to the free throw line with a chance to shoot 2.
Talked about that Mays pressure. They're going to put it on you all 4 quarters. There's some fancy footwork there by some of the Mays fans in the crowd.
The Mays fans definitely have reason to be jubilant as their team has come back and taken the lead by 3. But she can't convert either of the free throws, so it's still a 1-possession game as Early has it now. And they're pushing it. Reese with it, their star player. What will Reese do? She can't find anybody open. Finds Early down low in the paint, and she gets it to go. 60-59, 27 seconds left.
We've liked what we've been seeing from Reese this entire game. There, wanted to be able to get a shot. She didn't have a good one once the double came. Presence of mind to keep the ball, even though the pressure is coming, find the open player in early.
And that's what it's about down the stretch, dealing with the pressure. She did an excellent job there, showing vision. 60-59, 27 seconds left.
Oh, this is a good one. We deserved this one. It was a runaway victory for Tucker the last game versus Fayette County. And this is a good one to kind of help build up to this this home game for Norcross as they get ready to wrap up their 2015 Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic. This game a good one in its own right. I'm glad we're going down to the wire here in this finish.
It certainly is. As both teams come out of their timeout break. Mays with the ball, up 1. Kenya Smith is going to Kenya Sims will inbound for Mays. And they were looking for that trap in the corner for Street. Street has it now. She throws it all the way over. And Mays is not going to get it. Turnover by Mays as Coach Frost throws down her pin.
Not happy about that one.
And Hillgrove has a chance to take the lead. They could play for the last shot, or they could play to win it right here, and that's what they're going to do. Smith down low, off the glass, off the back iron. Passes out to Reese. Reese for three. He gets it to go. 62-60. 7 seconds left. And the Hillgrove supporters are pumped up.
It's basketball season, man. This is basketball season. Great to have it started, and good games like this. We don't have to wait until December, January. We don't have to wait until that for good games.
No, sir.
The offensive board, she started off this game hitting threes. That's nothing new. The Hawks have made the trip over here to Spalding Drive.
They have, and you know, it takes guts to take that three-pointer when you only need one. But she took it. She got the open shot, saw it, took it, and puts Hillgrove up by 2 with 8 seconds left. So what will Mays do? Game on the line. And Kenya Sims to inbound once again. Street has to avoid that trap in the corner. And Sims is going to give it to Street. Street passes up, and it's a turnover! Stolen by Tyra Smith.
That's fitting. Tyra Smith might not have as many points in the box as Reese. Reese played a great game. She played her role. Good team game overall, but Smith did a lot of the little blue-collar things that were so important.
She definitely did, and like you said, it's a fitting way for this game to end. Smith with the steal, and now Reese at the line.
Let's take a look at it. As you can see her getting her best safety impression. Not only that, she had to fight through Mays Lady Raider just to even get to there and make a play on the ball. Big play there from Tyra Smith.
Huge, huge play, and only 0.7 seconds left on the clock.
For every team,
62-60.
For every team where you got a Jalen Reese, a Jayla Early, you got a player that's working hard to rebound, defend, finish on the opportunities they create, and help them do what they do. As you see Coach Milam just go over there and hug Jalen Reese after what is a very big game and shot and performance overall, as Hillgrove snatches this one.
Hillgrove certainly snatches it, comes back, gets the win, 62-60 in our third game of the day. Stay tuned, fans, for the final matchup, the main event of the evening, here, broadcast live on the SUVtv.
And I believe we'll have Tamara Brown post-game with the player of the game, so don't go anywhere. We'll take a short commercial break and be back with that interview shortly.
Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic, powered by SUVtv, sponsored by CBA Sports, the official sports construction specialist of the SUV. Motive Deals, motivated, digital, fundraising. CoachHimmy.com, the coach's source for X's and O's. And Sports Image, promotion, marketing, and management.
This is Tamara Brown with SUVtv. I'm here with junior guard Jalen Reese. Reese, can you tell me a little bit about how you were feeling with that last shot you had?
It was very ecstatic. My team is amazing. We weren't as good as we were last year, but this year we got a whole crew. So we come for everybody who's sleeping on us right now. Everybody, whoever watching this, whoever's sleeping on us, we coming for you. We coming for your heads, all right? Just so you know.
Congrats on your game-winning shot. How'd you feel with your matchup against number 2 for Mays?
Man, she was good, but I mean, we was better. So that's all I'm gonna say. She was good, we was better.
And how would you say you guys came out the second half? I know you guys in the first half struggled a bit. How did you say you did the second half?
Man, my team is amazing. We never gave up. We have heart. We have heart. We have heart.
And what are you expecting out of your?
I love my team. I just gonna say I love my team. That's it. That's all.
Well, congrats on your game.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is Tamara Brown with SUVtv.
Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic, powered by SUVtv, sponsored by CBA Sports, the official sports construction specialist of the SUV. Motive Deals, motivated, digital, fundraising. CoachHimmy.com, the coach's source for X's and O's. And Sports Image, promotion, marketing, and management.